In with a smack. Also, rain.
Hey.
Here's the radio for the day. For this morning, at least.
Oh heck, weather.
In fact, this is actually all part of the song too, so it works for the rainy day.
Kevin is taking out his frustration on the radio by carefully disassembling it with the tip of his penknife.
Just. Well, now the radio doesn't work in that room.
Fiona, Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm learning.
Well, are we going to have to pay for that?
No, it'll still work. I just gotta plug, I think it's this one, back into... Hey, does the window open?
I mean, we haven't checked, but yes. The windows
Hey,
open.
Fiona, could you open the window for me real quick?
No, Fiona's
And
going
the
to...
windows logically open inward.
Oh, perfect.
Fiona's going to get up and put her clothes on.
I'll put this on for the people that wanted to hear it, like probably Ivy. Ivy needs their background music or they'll stab us.
Oh, I'm glad the radio stopped working. Kevin was gonna yeet that bitch out a window. It's the ground's problem now.
Yep, time to wake up.
Fiona's going to gently pet Naibai. Naibai, it's time to wake up.
Naibai will spring out of bed. It's awake time.
Oh, yes it does. And it's rainy outside.
Oh, okay. And then she'll crawl back under the sheets. It's a sleep time.
No, it's time to get up. We can go
Hey,
exploring more.
If they want to spend the day in the room, they literally can.
But it's raining. You'd get wet if you go outside.
I'm sure we can get an umbrella. But if you want to stay in bed, that's fine. I'm going to go out and explore a little more.
Oh well, if everyone's going out, I guess I could come too.
Ah, the umbrellas are squares. Makes sense, more coverage.
I guess.
I've literally got bored one day and I did a lot of research on this. A square umbrella has 30% more coverage. I shit you the fuck not.
20% more what?
30% more coverage from rain and 30% more shade provision. Literally, somebody took I found a whole ass fucking Reddit post. Somebody took the time to take several umbrellas of various shapes, like octagonal, the weird ones that we don't talk about with the triangle shape, and the square ones. And they did like an actual test, like set them up with water hoses, like at equal distances and equal water pressures and everything, and deduced that a square umbrella gives you roughly 30% better supply of shade and protection from water. And it's like, why did you need to know this?
Well, I suppose it would depend on the... fuck, I'm all congested and stuff, can't breathe. I suppose it would depend on the size.
True. But like if you have a standard octagonal umbrella and a standard square umbrella, both roughly the same like material size, the square is the better investment because It diverts all of it to 4 sides instead of all around you, which increases the chances of it colliding as it rolls down and splashing on.
Yeah, I've also seen ones that are kind of like semi-square, where it's an octagon, but 4 of the sides are really wide and 4 of the sides are.
Yeah, those are cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I think we might have one of those, but I don't know for sure.
One of my
I've
favorite ones,
seen umbrellas myself.
like, not a lot of people pay attention to this, but like Japan, Korea, and China actually all used to have umbrellas back in like the fucking feudal ages, and they were these really cool like ovular shaped ones made out of bamboo.
Yon had one of those.
I thought they were so cool.
Yeah,
This human innovation like that. I'm just gonna keep this going because it's gonna be rainy for a little bit.
It's a good song too.
yes, it's very chill.
Yeah, most of the city's music is just very relaxed and doesn't have a lot of loud shit. It's almost like somebody knows exactly what calms the human brain. Welcome to a surveillance state. Well, technically not a surveillance state.
Man, replacing all those building speakers must be a full-time job.
I mean, yeah.
Like, you know how in old Yielden
There's-
times you had the candle man that went around and put out all the candles in the street lights and then lit them again at night, you know, when it was all like gas lamps and stuff. Imagine that, but some guy going around with like a tiny toolbox of tools to replace speakers.
Today there actually is somebody out on a scaffolding working on one of the fucking gutters right now.
But they're not just like playing the radio out into the streets or anything. It's just like radios in rooms and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's just little radios in the room. But like some restaurants in them, they might have like a large podium looking thing.
Yeah,
that
but like
is just
they might
a
have their own thing.
Yeah. Rather than a, you know, because it takes less power for them to have it instead of in 4 corners, have it in a center location that goes in every direction. All right. Everyone's awake. Alright, he went ahead and paid for 2 nights apparently, so let's see if the dice, because I rolled a 2 and I'm too lazy to roll again. Alright, do the math. Oh, my face. But you can all smell breakfast.
Oh, breakfast. Oh wait, is this one of those free breakfast hotels?
Is it a free breakfast hotel? Let's see. Dice rolls say yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, fine. That means I gotta do this. Come get your breakfast.
Okay
No,
then.
shit. I'll fuck you. Fine, I'll do some shit. Hold on. What the fuck? What the hell? I don't want to. What the fuck? Fuck off, SMU. I don't. Why are you emailing me right now? What the fuck is going on? Fuck off.
Here's the old-timey radio voice. Your breakfast will be starting in 20 minutes.
I had to look at the actual time. Trying to keep like my little sheet here for the in-game time.
Beatrice would be quite interested to find out what's for breakfast. She's going to drag
Yeah.
Sam along while wearing her new jewelry.
I mean, that is what he's there for.
And she's very happy about it. the fact that it has her children's names on it makes her also very happy.
All right, elevator music. Where is it? Here we go. Yay! That's what you're getting. That's your fucking morning music right there.
Is Sen doing that thing to Beatrice's ears?
Depends on
Like
which
that
thing.
bunny gif.
Oh yeah, he do be doing that sometimes.
It must be a very funny sight for anybody who's with them.
I mean, wouldn't you? You're in an elevator. All right. What's the music down here? What's this one sound like? This is definitely not gonna be it, but I found this the other day. By the way, just listen. I found that the other day, and I'm so happy.
It's the fanfare for when Janaya hands you your soul weapon.
There you go. Okay, well the dice say this is gonna be the one of my giant list here. Yeah, so you're gonna have in the background. Unless you prefer having the rain in the background to exemplify it's raining.
I don't like
I
them
don't
both.
mind.
I'm just gonna put the rain back up. Fucking stop acting up, computer. Or fucking, I'm in the computer. It's just a program. It's being jumpy. I will punch. How do you punch a computer?
Put a magnet over it.
I mean, yeah, yes.
You know, this kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the Terraria music.
I can see it.
I haven't played that in a long time.
Never played Terraria.
I see you get a full fucking breakfast apparently. And not like a continental breakfast, which I don't know why people are like, oh, they serve a continental breakfast. You do realize it's like coffee and butter and jam and shit, right? It's like nothing. Let's see,
Some
you're
waffles.
You are getting a choice between a fried egg sandwich or scrambled eggs. You got a bunch of grilled slices of bacon, some legitimate fucking sausage patties, apparently. They will be serving what looks like a breakfast white pudding with things. So if you don't know what a white pudding is, that is just essentially like oatmeal pudding. It's like a little disc. It's nice and tasty. You have potatoes and pudding. Your decision between hash browns or potato cake. They've even made soda bread. Okay.
Did you
For the
say
people
soda
that are-
bread?
Yes, for the people that are stuck in North America, you have your option of pancake or waffle. Maybe that's what say waffle, you're not sure.
Woofle.
Hell.
Crisp waffle.
Don't. They also offer hog's pudding if you want some of that. Cockles if you're a weirdo. And just grits. Because fucking grits. And it's very, very good that they ended off with poutine.
So many people poking me, jeez.
No, tell him to stop, you biggie.
Book.
So yeah, there you go. There's
Poke
your
you
real
in the titty.
breakfast meal. Eat some.
I think Naiba is gonna have some waffles.
Because I haven't had it in forever, Kevin is intrigued by the poutine.
You can get a small
I
side
think
or just make it a whole
Beatrice
fucking
is
breakfast.
going to be interested
Whole
in
ass breakfast.
sausage and eggs and such. Probably with some toast to go with them or something.
They got Demi just getting everything, including a kidney. Did you get a kidney? Did you have that in your pocket?
Fiona is interested in trying some poutine.
Ah, yes, good old Noro, being a teacher. What is Noro saying? Today, Gates rule says, fuck, that's what Gates rule says. Water. Yeah. Good. Alrighty then.
Everyone's got the coof.
No.
Just have no snurf, which is translating into tickly throat because snurfs.
Well, I just finished eating dinner, which is translating into produce all of the mucus.
You gotta love that logic, right?
Right? Okay, I'm finished eating now. Oh, but I have to clean your esophagus. But why?
Because goop.
So I'm not the only one that happens to.
I didn't used to have this problem, but around 22, 23, I started getting it, and I'm like, oh, this is annoying.
Yeah, right?
Just hork up some snort.
Alright. Noro has more plans to go talk to certain people, certain districts. He also thinks it'd be good if everyone kept their eyes out, or ears open. He knows what he said.
So, what did you say about Noro again?
He's going to go try and find more answers.
Oh.
If he can.
And the youngsters need to keep up their tourist.
Yeah.
And also just listen. Pay attention.
Yeah,
And
in case they hear something.
If you get the inclination, ask somebody something.
I hate being congested like this. Pressure on my ears and stuff, making it hard to hear. Because it changed elevation.
Okay.
But yes, if they need to know something, they will ask.
Yeah.
Alright. We're gonna make double sure of everything then. We paid up for 2 more nights. So hopefully everything should be fine. I'm gonna put that on mute because that's just gonna keep happening. I can already tell. Alright. Yep. He's just gonna go back to trying his best to find out information. All the rest of you basically maintain the we're just here to be tourists thing.
And keeping the ears out.
So how about that war that's going on? Yeah, that's what I thought. Pretty cool, right?
Or?
Yeah, there's a war.
What war?
With this country and another country.
Oh,
Yeah. Right, crazy.
Which other country?
The Eastern Imperial Alliance.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
From what I hear, that's not much of a fight.
Isn't it the week? But it's not going the way that they think it is, apparently. I was listening to the radio last night. Trying to listen to the radio. Assholes kept me up. He's like, oh, give more. I was like, leave me alone. I'm fucking bored.
And now, is this Demi that's talking?
Yes, it is.
I thought so.
I know slip bomb this is, but I found it this morning, and it's mine now. Fucking humans and your inability to keep your lips wet. How the hell are you even a threat as a species? Die when you fall more than 20 feet, your fucking lips dry out in a cold breeze.
Damn it! Stop being a menace. Just be small and cute.
You talking to your cat or something?
No, new puppy.
dog.
Oh. Sounds
Here.
adorable.
She's a little Jack Russell.
Oh.
She's a little shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a terrier, so yeah.
Oh yeah, little demon doggos.
Oh, feel free to explore. You got maps.
That sounds like a good idea.
You can sit down and actually look and be like, where would you like to go?
Yes, I think Beatrice will do that. She'll kind of look over the map with Sin, see if there's anything that stands out for them.
You know, I am. Are you good?
Well, according to this, Kevin's going back for a plate of waffles.
I love it. Good cat. Enjoy the food.
Oh yeah, there is much happy snake.
Happy Snake eats when he's not blowing shit up, and that's what makes him happy. Now leave him alone.
He eats food and explosions. It's a very simple equation.
I mean, yeah, it is a pretty simple equation, honestly. dokie. Let's see. We've got. Well, you've got a shop called Pygmy, apparently. You already
Yes.
know Emerald at the Edge. Emerald. This is for Emerald District. So let's see. Section 1. I'm just gonna do some typing here.
Where to explore?
I'm doing
Doing a thunk?
Think on fun.
yeah.
Burnk.
Well, that's not a good sound for your brain to be making. You should take that to a mechanic and get it checked out.
I am the mechanic, though.
He's doomed.
Or should I get a second opinion?
You should get a second opinion. See, every time I go to think.
I absolutely respect this fisherman and his shop location. I respect him for the name. He has named it the Codfather. I respect him.
That's
Well played,
great.
Generation.
I am curious how some of these names are determined by the dice.
I have a gigantic list of basically prefixes and affixes and operative words and stuff like that. And I just rolled D100s, and then it goes D100, D30, then a D20.
That
And
makes
basically generates. But it takes so long to generate stuff sometimes.
roll.
Oh god damn it! Another pun name right after the Codfather. This'll do nicely. It's a botanist. I fucking hate that name. I love it. No, you are not getting a shop called Peas of My Heart. Fuck you.
Oh.
We have 2 puns in a row.
Oh, also, after breakfast, Fiona is going to make sure to take her medication.
Good idea.
So what is the botanist pun?
The botanist pun is this'll do nicely. That's pretty good. You gotta give it that.
And then the Fisher shop was what? The Codfather?
Yes.
I might have to borrow that.
What the fuck is space threat mediation? Okay,
Sp-
we're not doing that.
Astrology
a safe space for the people that feel like they need it.
Are you good? I always have to ask my stomach shit like that. When I go to do something, it's just
A flu. It's a flu. Put on the bed. Oh, this will work too.
wait, something about a flu from the background.
Yes, my cat is here.
No, hello cat. Would you
Has
like
been
to
deposited into my lap.
There are so many ads being blocked right now. On
I know, right?
What the fuck? Can you please stop trying to open stuff up? You know, I'm kind of trying to do something here. Thank you. Okay, let's see. it's 1, 2, 6. This is 6 major businesses. Holy shit.
Fiona's gonna ask who wants to go where.
Okie dokie. I think this might be the final generation for this sector. This is just section 1. This is if you're going to Emerald. Here you go. You're technically in Ruby right now, but there. That's if you want to go to Emerald.
Fiona. Excuse me. Fiona is gonna ask if anybody's gonna stay in Ruby, because she planned on staying in Ruby.
Beatrice is still kind of looking over the map with Sen to see if there's something specifically that they want to go see.
Naibai is also interested in the map and seeing if there's anything around that could be fun. Like, I don't know, an arcade, or maybe there's fishing docks.
Fiona's gonna get her map out and she can look over it with Naibai.
Ah, yes, twice as efficient with 2 maps.
Generating.
So, I'm interested in picking up.
What?
Maybe doing like. I don't know actually. Naibai, what do you want to do? Would you say an arcade? Some kind of entertainment here?
We got our first working shop.
What?
Got our first heavy lift shop.
Heavy lifting shop.
Yeah, where the railroads are really built.
Mm-hmm.
Where they
That's
roll
the
the
name for it, too.
railroads up into big rolls and roll them down the road.
Oh, that's a good name. Silent Drapes and Silken Shapes. That's the name of a fucking fabric store.
Ooh,
That is
That's a
good.
good name, right? Good job, brain. Good job for thinking of that randomly. On the ass. Good pat. Hold on, I gotta reward my brain. Just like I started typing while just like staring into space, and I look over, I'm like, oh okay, I'll accept that.
Yeah, that's my brain you're borrowing.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, I'm just gonna come in and take credit for that.
the cunning pygmy.
Yep.
So Naibai probably wouldn't have any idea what an arcade is, but the name would be interesting to them.
Oh, they got a place for kids.
Is it like a Chuck E. Cheese?
Cheesy Chuck.
There you go.
Charles
That's in the
Entertain-
district section too.
What was that?
There you go. That's what I'm just typing random districts. At a
Sire
time.
Faust Candy Emporium. Little Mouse's Imaginatorium. Ooh, Neon at 9.
Just random name generation here.
That sounds interesting.
I hear my cat being derp in the other room.
Mo.
blind, blind, burnt, and bitching. All right, Brain, I'll let you keep that one there. We'll figure out that shop is later.
That is the wax play shop.
Probably. Okay, fine. You can have a coffee shop as that name. I'll give it to you.
What?
Another pun. Espresso yourself.
Espresso. I think there's an actual shop called that though.
There is. He doesn't know how to espresso himself.
That's him.
There were a lot of puns in that Jungle Cruise movie, which I guess is like part of the actual ride is the people doing it do a lot of puns. But anyway, I watched Jungle Cruise last night. It's entertaining, but it's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean
Easy.
light.
Hamboni.
Whoa.
Whoa.
God damn it. It's because of the tourism is why some of these are puns.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you can have one more. Frame, set, and match. That's actually pretty catchy.
What is that?
It's a fucking
Picture
photographer.
place.
Yeah.
Oh. Sire Faust Candy Emporium. Oh no.
Wonder if
Okay.
this is going
Now
to
that is a.
in
This
the
is
can.
all right. So we have a fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reads, weeds, and needs. That's what I'm typing for this one. I came up with that. That's the fucking like what is it, outdoorsman area for people that fancy themselves an adventurer.
I'm guessing that it wouldn't be a good idea to go selling random weapons at different places here, would it?
Grab
Probably
one, buy 'em.
Huh?
and probably not a good idea to do anything involving weapons.
Yeah.
Not an adventurer, a tourist.
Yeah. We are tourists.
That's all this was getting. They just seem to be like 4. It's going between 4, 5, 7. Let it have whatever it wants, I guess.
Blind burnt and bitching. I wonder what that
What
kind
is
of
that
stuff would
one?
be.
I don't know, dude. I'm just typing a lot here, by the way. So think of something, because you want all of these. I gotta do sections 1 through 5 of Ruby and Emerald. Then because the map also has Sapphire, I have to do 1 through 5 of Sapphire.
Fiona's gonna look at the map. Oh, Naibai, did you want to stay here or did you want to go to any of the other districts? Or did you want to go with any of the others?
Nobody's really suggested anything that's caught my interest so far. If there's something interesting here that you want to go look at, we could go see it. Or we could
There's
stay
a
here.
culinary course, apparently. According to this, there's pairs and squares culinary courses.
Well, we could learn how to cook.
Maybe.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess we want to be like that.
Cooking really never caught my fancy. But, Neon at 9 sounds interesting.
Naiba will look for the nearest clock. Sounds like something that opens at night. And and when she doesn't find one, not night.
I mean, there's two clocks. There's the very large clock that's over the main door itself, which is analog, and there's the very fresh experimental digital clock that's currently on the table. I say digital. It's tricky.
And here's something you might like in the Emerald District right here. There's a place called This'll Do Nicely.
We could check it out.
It sounds rather botanical.
Hey, and if you like candy, there's this candy emporium.
Oh, look, Ruby District actually has a couple of magical places.
Fuck, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Are you blowing in a dog's face?
I ah, God, she's pulling at my elbows. Damn it.
You're making me miss my puppies. Let's yeah, give me Spells and elixirs, Biles Arcana, Engel and Ref's Armamentarium. Screensaver.
I'm assuming they haven't really gone anywhere just yet. So
Gone to a couple of places, but yeah.
Let guess.
I have return. Got a call from the Viking.
Mm.
Ooh, Naga's oils and elixirs. Engel and Ref's armamentarium. Ooh.
Crystal clear. If it's not
Beatrice
in
is
here.
of the opinion that we should not be doing anything to do with weapons.
Fiona. You're right. I'm.
just kind of see a tongue flicky out of the or Fiona would see like a tongue flicky out of the corner of their vision. Something about elixirs and oils.
Right here, there's a place called the Naga's Oils and Elixirs.
Well, call it a bit of a oh, call it a bit of a bias, but I think I'm gonna go check that one out.
Well, didn't you used to say that you used to be a Naga?
Oh yeah, that was like almost 30 feet long. No, actually, that might be a bit of exaggeration, but oh yeah, no, your mom actually made me some really nice biomechanical electro the mechanic. I want to say mechanical, magical legs. Made stairs a lot less awkward.
Have you ever thought about having those re-rigged up as kind of like a exoskeleton?
You know, I thought about it, but if I'm being honest, it takes enough brain power to run a gun as well as not trip over my own tail. If I added extra feet into the problem.
No. I'm not saying as like extra feet. I mean like have them like kind of strapped onto the side of your leg so that it gives you a little extra boost, so that it increases your. It makes you run faster and gives you a little extra kick power.
You know, I'd have to talk to your mom about that. Maybe that might be onto something there.
The lawyer's place is named the Blood Pack.
If it's not run by an infernal, I'm gonna be upset.
No, that's copywritten. We have to call them something else.
What?
It's not copywritten. They can't take it away from me.
Oh, jeez.
What the hell?
That's the sound of WOTC coming after you with a cease and desist.
What was that?
Aggro Jack Russell Puppy is what that is.
What did you do?
They aggroed Wizards of the Coast, obviously.
She plays very nicely. Like, you feel teeth, but she doesn't ever really bite you. It just kind of like jabs her teeth into the side of your hand or something. It's like, eh.
It's like, ew, you little bitch. Literally.
I'm kind of curious. What is this blissful cherry?
It's a professional establishment.
Oh, I see.
Is it an escort establishment?
But Climb and Slime is apparently in business. Fucking interested now.
One does not simply just drop this and leave.
Oh no. Fiona's interested in blind Burton bitching.
And there's that sector or section.
She's gonna
And I
come
just
out of
have
that one
4
just all
time.
kinds of fluffed. Just
For some reason, I read Mix Masters as McMaster's Brewery, and I immediately thought of a brewery that's just full of machinery tools.
McMaster guy over here.
Bregman's Terrarium. Is that like a kind of like an aquarium or zoo type thing?
It would technically be for
Next door.
land-based animals.
But essentially the same sort of thing. It's a place where you can go watch critters and stuff.
I mean, yeah. Definitely what you can go do there.
Frost hammers, I assume that. I assume there's something to do with like construction or blacksmithing or something.
Possibly.
Quick lime and slime? What?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that one. I'm wondering what that is.
Listen, it's a fucking metropolis. What did you expect? There's a lot of options in these places.
Yeah, so many options, so little time.
I'm not even fucking done. You should have been born in this country.
We didn't get to choose where we were born.
I mean, true.
Yes, we did.
You could have asked
So
me.
that's a new problem.
You could have asked me about countries of origin, and I could have just made your parents move there. I informed you.
Well,
like,
I mean,
I literally said you can just tell me which country you'd like to be born in, and I can make the backstory for the world while you're there.
Well,
How
to
dare
be
you not
fair,
let us
we
choose
didn't
sooner?
know about the Western Empire until we started playing.
Yeah, but this is before everything. I would have told you all of it. Just choose a country. And I even did mention them. I mentioned all the country options.
yeah, and you did give Alana the option to move to this
I
world's version of Vishra, but she wanted to stay with Janaya.
did tell you though, like if you want to play, I literally said if you want to play on the hard mode, I could probably just put you in the Western Empire,
Yeah.
where she would have been adventurers, you would have been soldiers, and you definitely would have been almost dead by now, probably.
Yeah. One of us probably would have been dead.
Fucking Naibai over here was almost dead.
Yeah.
I think Nabai wasn't even too much date. That makes sense as being at a bar.
Yeah, but we probably wouldn't have gotten these cool soul weapons.
I mean, yeah, bro. Am I?
It's more fun where the magic isn't restricted.
Yeah.
Crap. I've done lost. I've done lost the thing I was using.
Less Horrors, Divorce, and Chores just popped into my head. What are you working on?
Don't worry about it.
Wait, what?
Whores,
do you see that?
Divorce, and Chores.
Where do you see this?
It just popped into my head because you're using my RAM.
Hmm.
Yep.
What?
You know,
Yeah, I
sir,
missed
I'm
something.
Fucking no.
Someone go check on Shadow.
Are you good?
Somebody broke Shadow.
Why was that so funny to me?
Are you good?
No.
Okay, then. Well, he's currently dead. Would you like to know more?
Chores.
Well, now it's gotta be a shop.
You goofy bitch.
I mean, I don't really know what's going on with this crackhead.
They're suffering from goofy bitch disease.
Shut up.
No.
Slap him!
You know, if you want, Naibai, we could always make a plan. You know, choose a spot to start, and then choose shops along the way back to the hotel.
Fucking mobs. Jesus Christ, just go stay in the fucking room all day. You're giving me a fucking sick stomach.
What?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. What the fuck is Omnipharmacon?
What?
That's my response.
I'm guessing it's kind of a pharmaceutical thing.
Mm.
Wait, I think I've heard that before.
Maybe it's a pharmacist convention.
I mean, I don't know.
So what were you giggling at, Shadow?
He's a dingus.
Fucking what
It's-
a fucking Dark said.
It's a fucking road in in Colombia.
What road?
I don't know. The website that has it keeps wanting me to disable my ad block.
Oh, is it whores or dwarves and chores or something?
Whores or dwarves and shores.
Yeah, that. I don't know why that's so amusing to me.
Huh.
Oh no, it's not a building. It's an actual location. It's in. So yeah, it's in Colombia. So this website's probably in some form of Spanish. Oh, it's got a rating of 8.9 apparently. So there must be a good business.
Probably hire a whore, eat sandwiches while they do your chores.
God damn it.
It's just like you said, you don't make sure you get that little pile in the corner. Just eating his ham sandwich while you're watching a stripper clean your room.
Hey, $20 is $20, right? Can I translate this?
Oh no, he's retarded.
Mm.
Well, the Daylight Diner sounds like it's, well, Daylight Diner. Pretty straightforward there. Sounds like a lunch place.
Okay.
Shifting polarity. That sounds
Omnipharmacon is
Nice.
a simplified stock company registered in 2012. This company is mainly engaged in the retail trade of pharmaceutical and medicinal products, cosmetics, and toiletries in specialized stores.
Huh.
Ooh.
Cool.
Creature Couture.
I'm guessing the Creature Couture, the Triton's Terrarium, and let's see what was. Shit,
Creature
where's the
Couture
other
I'm
isn't
the
a place where you go to look at animals unless you want to wear them on your skin.
Ah.
I was gonna say Creature Couture sounds like I'm a monster fashion.
Yes.
Shifted Polarity sounds like a fancy club or something. Ugh.
Yeah, it does. That and Neon at 9, they both sound kind of like clubs.
Yeah.
Mind you, the distance between each section is, like they're not all squished together. The sections are relatively close, but they don't do it like Europe does, where everything just there's like maybe half a mile between each section, which is strictly for scenery and just meant to be left open and enjoyed. So you can actually there's that way they don't completely decimate the natural
Kind of like
beauty of the
green
land.
space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, kind of like a park between districts.
Essentially, like a little sitting area. That way, and most of them overlook, at least where you are down, most of them overlook, pretty much all of the city overlooks the ocean at some point.
Oh, so like motor vehicles are pretty much the only way to get around then.
Yes.
Well, you could walk, but it would take a long time, I'm sure.
Yeah. So some form of motorized transportation is encouraged.
Like those trams.
Yeah, which I mean, at least they have form of public
Public
transport that people seem to be using. So they got that going for them.
Yep. There's a shop named the Pointy End.
I like that.
Minor offense. God damn it, fine, you can have it.
What is that?
Minor offense is a bar. Apparently, it is a bar specifically for people who work in the construction and mining of the country. Mostly come here.
Nice.
Infinity Affinity. Sounds fancy.
Hmm.
Fuck it, I'm not working on Sapphire right now. This is all you're getting from me is these ones.
We haven't even been to Sapphire yet.
You started on the train as it was leaving.
Yeah.
That was it.
The ninth life.
It's a bar for cat
Again,
people.
you have to understand, since this is technically tourist regions of this is a tourist city, a lot of this is going to be venues, and you're not going to find too much this far out. This is a convenient area. Tourists don't come to and go to the heartlands and see all the other stuff. They like to go to the pretty areas.
Yeah.
Party.
You twat! Your tail. I've got your butt extension.
They wanna visit New York and get mugged in a back alley. They don't wanna visit New York and enjoy the actual huge tracts of forest that they have.
Oh, okay. Broken beds and satin threads.
Mm. We found the bondage store.
What?
I'm amused by the pikes for tykes.
I know, right? I'm actually happy with that one too.
It's like get your beginning battle training stuff.
Start them early.
Exactly.
The pikes
You
are
know,
just like normal sized spears, but for them they're massive.
Oh, my lip is slowly moisturizing.
And you gasp.
I know, right? Fucking crazy. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Hello?
I'm
Hmm?
here.
Still here.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. This will round this one out. And there you go. Totally didn't have a little hook in there. But
These are some bootstraps. Kanos.
knows that.
Kanos.
Oh, fuck, I forgot Ruby District. Oh, well. Yeah, I'll fucking work on that. But yeah, enjoy.
Starlight
What the rent
Stash.
this nook is? Sounds like a place you would like pick up a book and read and stuff.
I mean, maybe you have to go and see.
We gotta start
such
walking to some of
fools.
these places.
I'm assuming that you're all just looking while riding the tram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Sure.
so how the tram works, by the way, is they never actually reverse. Never, ever do they actually reverse. Both of the trams perpetually stay going one direction.
Oh, like roller coasters at
And
Disney.
I imagine they take loops around and such.
Yep, like each lower, like this lower section, um, it's designed in such a way that there's technically there's several trams, but there's only like 2 or 3 actual tracks throughout the entire thing going all the way up to all the accessible areas in all the districts. And the one on the right, always that track continues all the way up, and it stays perpetually just going all the way up. And the one that's coming this way has ended the loop and is coming all the way back down, and there's several on the track at any given time. So there's always one in each district. It's controlled chaos.
Okay.
That on its own is a sign of really well thought out fucking technology from them. They literally have a nerve center to control the fucking public transportation. Oh, that's tedium. Can you imagine? All right, let's see. What's gonna be your music for today? I don't know. It's raining, but we'll just throw this one on while everyone's relaxing and figuring stuff out.
I like this.
Let's go. So many fucking puns. I want to punch somebody.
I hear a kitty cat hollering.
Ow! So,
Making cute noises. Well, I think Beatrice would be interested in finding out what that wrench's note can go take a look.
This'll do nicely. Sounds like a good place to check out. Bestiary might be interesting.
yeah. We can start and, yeah, we can start there.
Nice timing on that sighing.
Small beast, what are you doing? Chill. Lay on my blanket or lay on my coat or something. You don't have to always wander around.
It has no chill.
That's where you're wrong.
It is Borf.
So where do the Kevin go?
Oh, Kevin, once the tram sets down, he's going to start wandering off in what looks to be the right direction based on his, immaculate fucking memory.
Doesn't he have a map as well?
I was under the impression there was only one map.
There
Then again,
There
I
was
probably
8.
missed that. Oh,
There are
he is wandering
several.
off in the direction of the oils and such.
That was in where is it? Emerald District Section 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
My memory is terrible. Ow, finger!
There you go.
Okay, yeah. So Naibai and Fiona were going to Ruby District Section 2. Where was Beatrice and Sen going?
Let's see. Yeah, Emerald District Section 5, I think. They were gonna take a look at the wrenches with Nook.
Okay.
Good, all the children. Sending the assassins.
Now that they're all separated from each other.
Alright.
We'll be fine.
The Wrench's Nook is in fact a nice little, I say little, fuck, most of these little shops are bigger than the big shops you're used to. But you go into the Wrench's Nook, it's kind of dim in here. It's not like dark, but it's, you know, there you can tell that there's a throw shade over the window, keeping it nice and pleasant. Enough that you can see and you can tell there are people around, and you can in fact smell the sweet scent of, you think that might be apples and vanilla in the air. And it's coming from the pipe of what looks like the person resting comfortably behind the little, one of those, they're sitting in one of those little circular desks. Just leaned back all comfortably in their seat while smoking a pipe and reading something. And to either side of you, there are various bookshelves here and there, and there are sitting areas, and there are provided seats just straight in the aisle if you're lazy or want privacy between the shelves.
I see. So I imagine they have books in multiple languages.
Yep. You can just walk up to the person behind the counter and, you know, walk to them.
Alright, well, Beatrice will make her way over and ask about books in the various languages she can understand. Having learned a few of them.
Yeah, I have, you don't worry. They take their time to put their marker in their book and shut it before grabbing a little sheet. And it will in fact slide it over on the counter and just pat it and let you know that this will tell you which sections offer which languages of the book. That way you don't have to wander aimlessly and look. You know where to look, at least for this one. There's a decent enough amount of Arisian. They have Arisian and Amantian as two of their main foreign languages sections. They have some tribal languages you're not familiar with. They have their own language.
I see. Well, she will thank the person and begin making her way over to that section. With Sen in tow, I'm sure.
Sin's just happy to be there.
I imagine this is like a bookstore where you can do a little bit of reading and stuff and just buy the book.
Yep. All they really ask for here is donations.
I see.
If you want to buy the book, you can, but you don't have to pay to read. The person that owns or in the shop charge somebody just to learn something.
Well, in that case, she's going to just kind of browse the books idly and find something she might be interested in, and just kind of find a cozy spot to read it. And
Let's
the
see,
cozy
most-
spot, I'm sure, is snuggled up against her boyfriend.
Most of the original stuff is upstairs, which means you get a comfy view out the window in one of the sitting areas that has a nice little love seat in it. That's good.
Stop digging at my leg.
Ow. No, fuck you. It's delicious. Your flesh.
No.
Gib flesh.
But yes.
Humem flemsh.
God,
They
she
have all
moved to my
manner of
arm and she's
books.
pawing at it. Damn.
They have books that are just strictly written for fiction. They have non-fiction books, obviously. Books of history. And then they have the cheesy books people like to read about romance.
Heralds of the bracelets.
Well, I think
Scary.
she might go for some of those cheesy romance novels.
They don't read them too. He just wants to read.
Chewing on. Stop.
He's got sin. I think I want to move here. When we're done with this whole thing.
Well, it might be nice to visit, but I don't know if I'd want to quite live here.
At least I'm not being beat up.
That is true.
He says, looking around just in case Mob followed him. Oh, all these shops. Okay, you and Sin can read, and Blaze and Storm will also happily sit there and just basically you're inaudible for them as you read.
So if she reads it, they can understand it.
Yep. And it'll increase your bond by a little bit.
That is delightful. If there's anything that they enjoy reading, also, she might read some of that too.
Storm likes fantasy.
Storm like what?
Storm likes fantasy novels. Blaze likes rom-coms.
Ah. This is good because Beatrice likes both.
Why are you like this? Stop chewing on me.
Alright. What the hell was Kevin gonna go do?
He's gonna go check out the
Being assaulted, apparently.
oils. Yes, small doge. Bye.
Aggressive small doge.
He was gonna go check out the oils and ointments.
I see. Oh, that's supposed to say casino. I need to correct that. Damn my fat There we go. The Grand Cosmic Casino, not Cassion. Alright, the Naga's Oils and Elixirs. Unfortunately, it's not an actual Naga who's running the shop. I'm just kidding. It actually is. Well, they're not even a Naga. They're a pure blood of a Perrin. And they're fucking huge.
Ooh.
Whoa. Suddenly feeling like a shoelace.
Well, you only realize that they're fucking huge when you enter to inspect their show. And they're resting behind the counter, all elongated like a noodle. And they are happy to greet you. And then they start to rise, and you realize they're not sitting behind a counter, they're sitting in a pit that the counter's keeping people from falling in.
Oh.
It's very
Goodness.
shiny in here, though. They've got pretty mahogany woodwork with what looks like brass inlays for the metallurgy of the shop.
Ooh.
It's got a sort of
Ooh.
like a gold orange and deep red coloration on the inside, with a very light robin's egg blue paint to the walls.
Dang. Quite the shop.
Mm. Lots of experience.
That just means that you've been very successful. I didn't know you were here, so I was checking a map and the name caught my eye. What do you sell here aside from the aforementioned oils and elixirs?
Oil and what you mean? Unless you're looking for something more illegal.
Probably be a bad idea for a tourist to get tangled up in anything like that. Well, I'm gonna poke around and see what there is to see.
Combat and adventure is on that side. Recreational usage is on that.
Well, you'll wander off towards the he'll wander off towards the adventuring other side first, while still paying, kind of looking off to the recreational side as he does. Let go of my finger, you little turd! Ow! Okay. Time to calm down, you little shit.
All right.
Sorry, I had a dog chewing on my finger.
I heard quite a lot of oils and elixirs. And the combat section has a variety way larger than most people have ever seen. There are, and I don't know what's a good word to describe the amount, right? You know what? There is a multitude of different types of oils, many of which apply specific effects to certain things. There are blade oils or weapon oils, technically, that would apply the effect to your weapon at hand if it's a melee weapon. And that ranges anything from oils that will literally light your weapon aflame to oils that could poison the enemy, or just completely and totally fucking somehow cause your enemy to become hemophilic when you cut them or strike them.
Ooh. What are the prices on these items?
They are not cheap. The fancier the bottle and the larger it gets, the more expensive it is. I mean, just basic oils for combat, such as a basic fire oil bottle, is going to run you 25 fucking Zars.
Oof. Oh.
That's just in the oils section. You're probably also paying for the fact that these all look like they are hand-crafted crystal fucking decanters they're in.
Well,
Yeah.
Kevin's gonna kind of keep poking around.
Ah, yes, storm oil. An extremely expensive small bottle of it is 140 Zard.
Jesus.
And the little tag that it has hanging off of it, when read, informs you that when applied to a melee weapon, not applicable to ranged weaponry, it will cause that melee weapon to unleash an attack of lightning elemental damage, wind elemental damage, and fire elemental damage, and water elemental damage.
Oh. I forgot to save my ouch. a turd. I forgot to save my notes on how much exchange currency we were given.
You'd have 700 Zard if you haven't spent any.
Okay, he has not spent any yet. Ouch. God, you are just in a mood right now, you little butthead. God. 700.
Dick move
Kevin.
in my brain. I like
Oh
it.
no. What did you do?
The dick move would be when you figure out this and you escape it, then suddenly all the money you spent, all the things you got, remain there. Ah.
I had been considering that, wondering if it's going to be the case.
All right. Are you gonna
Kevin,
buy
like
that?
oh yeah, he's gonna grab a few things. He's digging the idea of the bleed elixirs. Just because more status effects to go with like burning and explosion and shrapnel. Bleed is a good thing to add. So I'd like to grab 2 of those. Actually, no, 4 of those. So
Oh my god, I absolutely love that addition to the shop. They do come to the aisle, though not behind you. How they do it is from where they are, they're very large, basically bronze pipes. There's like solid pipes around them, and they just coil themselves around it and traverse through their own ceiling along the aisles to go to make sure they have the correct oil you'd like to purchase.
oh yeah, no, Kevin lost that role. He's feeling a little bit nostalgic and kind of homesick for his original body. Just a little.
You know, he could talk to Ivy and she could probably teach him a spell to go back and forth.
I'll keep that in mind. He's still not entirely trusting of magics.
But yeah, he might remember that Ivy changes form a lot. She might be able to teach him something.
I'll have to. I'll make a note here. See how the rolls do. But
Oh right, it's worth noting you can't steal these because there's literally a fucking, essentially a divider between the aisle and the actual goods themselves.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, and last thing he wants is to scare everyone outside when he goes to chase a thief.
Just fucking yeets out of there with that "do you mind" energy of a cobra. Let's see.
Oh my god, he has 6 arms.
Oh, he's a proper nude.
No, he's a pure-blooded fucking Vaperin.
Exactly, he's a proper Naga.
There is a reason they had an empire that spanned all the way to Oris.
Let's see here. So I'd have to get 4 of those bleeding elixirs, and as I recall, you said those were 25 each.
That was just the fire. The bleeds themselves are 20.
Oh, perfect. So, 700.
He will give you your total, by the way, when you are done shopping.
Oh, that's good, because I'm bad with numbers. Small dog, stop chewing on the blinds. Oh.
Yeah. As you pick out what you want, what he literally does is just grabs them and retreats back to where he was before returning to follow you over the aisles along this pipe.
This is a good method of inventory control. Need to grab 4 of those. To get 4 of those fire ones as well.
That would probably scare a lot of people having a snake that large, that is 130 feet of snake slithering around above them.
This is the way things should be. Kevin's gonna kind of look around a little bit more, consulting his allotted funds.
I'm really digging his shop design. Essentially, the shop itself and all the inventory, it's all on the inside of essentially what's guarded by the shell that is the divider. Like, it's essentially you view what you want, and the only place you can get it from is the front counter. So here's what I'm gonna do. Think of like a very angular U shape, and that's all just like left and right. Left is for all the basically business stuff that you'd use for combats and adventures, and you'd go there where the oils and the elixirs are, and recreational is the same on the other side. It's oils up front, and then it's the elixirs on the sides of the U. And it's all technically on the inside of the U, and you shop from the outside.
And so the Naga is kind of on the inside, picking out whatever you select.
Yep. And he slithers around. That way people can browse safely while he's helping a customer, but can't steal it because they'd have to climb up over an 8-foot tall counter, get back there with him, and not drop into the fucking pit that is directly behind the counter he sits behind all the damn time. There's not a lot of floor back there. It's mostly just pipe work. The only floor is at the far back, which looks like it connects to the upstairs.
It's not a lot of floor. It's all Naga.
Yep.
All he'd have to do is to flex his tail or his body a bit, and he'd be pinned or crushed.
Or just wrap you up in its tail and put you back outside.
That is a very
Mhm.
uniquely designed store. I like it. I'm gonna save
It's a
it.
good one.
It's like you fall in the pit, he's going to place you outside the door.
And just for confirmation, and just for reference sake, so I'm writing this down as I go. The items selected were oils, like bleeding oil or bleeding elixirs.
Bleeding oils, like, so anything that you apply to something like an object is an oil. Anything that you apply to yourself is an elixir.
Alright. Well, he'd look around a bit, seeing his or referencing his allotted money before wandering over to the recreational side to see what all was offered there.
Over here, it's much more. Most of the oils themselves look like they're for tailoring aspects of oneself, which is understandable. There's oils that do things like change complexion when to the applied areas, and they're sold in very small amounts. There's things that would, like, yeah, I can see some oils that would give you things, essentially, because you can do the math, oil, it's an oil of minor equines, would give you a little bit of horsey wherever you apply it. But they're sold in not very large compared to for combat. These are very small, more like vials rather than bottles. So the recreational one, you get an idea really fast, is a lot of it's for people's desire to alter themselves or try experiences, but there are also a lot of oils and elixirs on the side of questionable nature, meant for things like experimenting with naturally sourced materials.
The more of the cocainum side of things.
Cocainium. In its purest state.
There are things on the site that aren't for fucking degens. There's things like oils for pain management, oils for like moisturizing of skin so you have a chapped region on the body. There are oils to revitalize your hair if it helps. Got elixirs to help with like cloudiness of the eyes or sinus or nasal pressures and things. That's why the prices jump up and down all over the place.
Well, I'm gonna continue perusing, wondering. Oh, is there anything of like, this is just the straightforward, not thinking of implications at the moment, nature that he has sometimes. He's wondering if there's any slime aspect sort of things. He was thinking to get something to give to Noro, to give to Siller, and maybe help out with the endurance issues that she's running into. Because he's brought it up before, and he's thinking about that.
They do slither all the way towards the back of the recreational elixir.
Oh no,
And then
he's
there's
following.
on their way back, they grab a thing of oil and then they just hang themselves down from that 20-foot tall ceiling. You have an oil of accessibility or an elixir of elasticity.
There wouldn't be any like issues with someone like like an elf taking this, would there be?
I love my elixirs and oils with combat and recreational usages are 100% safe to consume for all races, save for serifs and numbers because the government is misunderstood. The Vipera Empire might be cruel, but we didn't know what to do to the body.
Well, how much for the elixir then?
The elixir of elasticity, a small dosage that will work for a few days. It only costs 65 cents.
Well, let me get 2 of those from you then.
Would you like to buy it with a bundle? It's a romance thing with seats, and with the young, they prefer to purchase with feet and a few oil, some endowment.
No, why not? It's a getting the most for your money.
I guess just slither back up into your fucking rafters and grab your stuff. And that's more stuff added to the large ass fucking pile of things you're getting. You didn't want no combat elixirs, like things like iron, skin, fire resistance, ice resistance, bleed resistance, toxin resistance, radiation resistance, corrosion resistance, spiritual shielding, magic shield. You know, elixir of mutant regeneration.
As much as useful as those things would be, he has kind of like an underlying fear that he would get used to and hooked on the effect of it, feeling as though he might lose combat effectiveness for not having the items.
None of these will get you addicted.
Well, not like an addiction per se, but like a mental dependency of, well, I can't work if I don't have this tool kind of a thing.
Oh, I understand that. These shouldn't cause any of those problems. If you would have got the illegal stuff, though, full disclosure, he 100% has some technically illegal drugs.
Kevin knows his luck.
I mean, hell, there's somebody who's currently just stumbling their way out of the back room of the store and fucking flopping themselves out the back door. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 12 items. Packed neatly into a singular crate that has been shut and sealed and wrapped so nicely with twine.
I can smell dinner.
That's going to be a total of 168 smart, but we'll round it down to 160.
Oh. If you insist, I do appreciate it. And he'll kind of fumble for a second, like, and counts out the 160.
They sit your crate of goodies down on the counter and take the payment. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you much. Kind of hoist it up onto his back and make for the door. Now to figure out what the hell everybody else went.
This is a good question.
I'm also gonna go put little fuzzy retard in her cage, so I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. Oh. My lungs, guys. Oof. Nobody went to the horror house, right? I don't have to use that music.
I don't think so.
Now,
Good.
I imagine there could be multiple of those.
I mean, yeah. There's only like 2 down here, though, at this low.
Yeah.
Alright. Any other nerds went to... Damn it. I hate you, by the way. This'll do nicely.
Yes.
The botanist shop, which is currently being run by an angry elf and their equally angry kobold counterpart.
Oh, why are they angry?
Because one of them accidentally got stuck with a cactus and the other one is fucking freaking out trying to get it out of them, and they're yelling that the cactus is not my god. But that's mostly just a misunderstanding going on over there in the corner. And then you have the very chill, not female, despite what you might think, male Dryad just comfortably sitting himself there, watching these 2 apprentices have a moment. How can I help you, folks?
Well, neighbor, you're the botanist. Is there anything that you wanted to look at?
I was mostly curious what variety of plants they have here and the methods they were using to prepare them.
I assure you that we have quite a variety. And I can also assure you, not every single one of them were prepared cautiously and naturally grown through a method of hydroponics, with the proper amount of sunlight, moisture, and care, with soils from the appropriate regions of climate kept in separate chambers. That way everything grows as it does in nature, but as functional as it can. Now, would you like to browse something? Or is there a specific thing you would like? Sure, I can have one. As you can see. And they'll gesture to what looks like 12 long ass fucking rows full of greenery. I have an abundance of delightful natural goodies.
They sound like they haven't slept in 2 years.
They're a fucking nature spirit. They never sleep. Yeah. Between the foxes, the deer, the beavers, the woodpeckers, the crows, you know what? Between the animals and the people, they're lucky that he's still alive.
And his apprentices.
Yes, currently, literally, I've got an idea. I'll burn it off. Don't
Are,
burn it off. It's a
are they okay?
cactus. Use pliers, you moron. Yes, I'm fine. I'm just dealing with my children.
Do they need help?
Is there an entire cactus stuck to somebody's back?
There is literally an entire thistle cactus stuck to the elf's back.
Oof.
Fiona, do you need some help? I can pull it off if you'd like.
Don't enable them. Leave them alone.
No, my hands are thicker than normal. I can pull it off of them if
Hoffney
you'd
is a
like.
cobalt. He'll be fine. Hoffney, use your hands and pliers. Don't try and shake it loose. You need to very carefully try and pull it out the way it came. It doesn't have barbs, but it's thistle. Good. Just screaming in the background. F one arm. Now take the carving knife and very slowly carve the stalks loose. That way you have less room. Stop trying to manhandle the entire cacti. If you say anything to correct me right now, I will throw you into the oyster pit.
Somehow this music is incredibly appropriate.
Right? And it just silently fades out, then fades back in. I don't mind it.
It's just a little silly.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very appropriate shop music.
Well, I am sorry if they are distracting from your experience here.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I like the fact that he's only like 5'10" and he sounds like that.
I gotta hop off for dinner.
Enjoy dinner.
Enjoy dinner.
Have good foods.
Yes.
Would either of you be interested in some natural clean solution? Or submit for your tea? Or perhaps some freshly grown cinnamon stalks?
Do you have any catnip?
I have what you desire, yes. I do have naturally grown flora that will cause a psychoactive reaction in your brain. I also have cultivated mycelia that will do the same if you like. As long as you utilize anything I show you responsibly. I would, however, need you to sign a waiver with your name as well as your verification identities that you've given. I'm assuming an temporary immigration passport. That's all there is to it. That way, in the event you purchase lethal goods from me and utilize them for nefarious means, I have a legal defense against it. You see, you wouldn't be the first tourist to purchase things like Bane or Nightshade from me and use the I take it that you two are not very well prepared for shop, are you?
I can barely hear what he's saying.
Yeah, we can barely hear what you're saying.
Damn it. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get a little louder. How about that?
Just turn the music down a skosh, so you don't have to talk too much louder.
If you're not feeling good, we can do this another time.
It's not feeling good. This is hoarseness from coughing. I can't shake it off. It won't fuck off. It's just how the throat responds to being eradicated by violent vibrations for several hours at a time. Music is at literally volume 2.
Yeah, I don't think the volume can go any lower.
Yeah.
You can go to 1. Well, would you like anything in any of the goods? Perhaps your catnip? Would you like some cultivated mycelia? Or would you like something more notorious in its usage? And I assure you, if you do want that, I will need to have you sign a waiver with your proper identification. That way I would have a legal defense against it were you to use it for any nefarious purposes, such as poisoning a spouse, relative, or rival.
No, I'll just take the catnip.
And I'll take fuck. I literally was just thinking of the word and now it's gone. Succulent.
Time.
Succulents.
What? But what kind of succulent would you like? There are more than one. I cultivate many.
And now I forgot the other thing. God damn it. Purslane.
Take your time.
No,
Funny
you just
thing.
gotta stop using the RAM for a second so I can think of names. Purslane.
Kiss my.
Slain?
Alright.
Purslane.
What's that?
Considered a weed for some reason in America, but people eat it everywhere else.
No, fuck off. Why is Google Maps just open on my phone? What the fuck?
Us.
Sorry, I'm having a bit of an issue. You're talking about purslane, right? Like the stuff that looks like cloves.
Yeah, it's like really fat, stalks and leaves. It looks like it's been pumped full of water.
Yeah, it tastes. I've had that. It tastes like sour and stuff. It's pretty that tastes
Yeah.
sweet. Alright. Well, they'll put your catnip, degenerate. They'll put your catnip. They'll put your purslane. And they'll put your succulents in their own separate little small paper, readable paper, baggies. And then stick them in a nice wooden box. Very small wooden box.
Now, are they giving us clippings or like whole ass plants?
Well, you didn't specify that you would prefer the plant or a stalk, so they assumed, and they just gave clippings, each one weighing about 6 ounces.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
No, that's going to cost you 18 Zard.
Alright. I will hand over the 18.
Here you go. Enjoy your goods, and I'm sorry this is what you had to witness. Your first visit to Thistle do nicely. I am bleeding everywhere on my back. Go get the aloe and the disinfectant blends. And go grab some of the kelp. We're going to wrap them.
Have a nice day.
I'm sure that I will.
And I hope your uh, apprentice gets better soon from the cactus attack.
Yeah. It is a cactus, not a disease. It'll strike again.
They will leave.
They whilst leave, yes.
Ow. Just the ow. Ow. In the background as you leave from the fucking thistles being pulled out.
Oh, where to next, neighbour?
Ross's bestiary sounds like it might have some interesting animals to look at. Maybe it's like a pet store, or like maybe they go on hunting excursions or something. I'm more curious
Yes.
than looking to buy something, really.
Right.
Yes, that little shop. I see that little shop. That shop is about half the size of the hotel in width, about a third of it in height, and that's because you can look up and see a fucking gigantic and what looks like very carefully crafted cage sitting on top of the building of a fucking apiary or aviary,
Oh.
Cool.
not apiary. That'd be concerning if that was giant bees.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah. And I guess once they get there, they will enter.
Oh,
That is a 22,000 square foot building.
Oh.
You enter and you can see a small line of people right in front of you, and a
Oh.
very polite gentleman. Hello, welcome to the bestiary. If you don't mind, what might you be coming here for?
We don't know actually. We're kind of new. We've never been here, and we decided to check it out.
Oh, yes, your first time. Then that will only be one shot from either of you, or two shots from one, and you'll get your experience to tour the bestiary.
well, what is this place? What do you guys offer?
The bestiary is to think of it like an aquarium, not an aquarium, zoo. But instead of for common animals, we have creatures one would find in the wild or dungeons here, safely within habitats constructed masterfully by mages who know what they're doing. And if naturally we have recreated the habitats themselves, allowing you to see what they do and how they behave without having to go through the dangers of exploring on your own. It's for those that are curious or who will never be able to do something. Because it's not someone's fault if they're born physically incapable of fighting a giant monster. And so that's what Bros wanted to recreate. His experiences as an adventurer for all to enjoy without any of the risk of dying.
Oh, well, hey, maybe we can learn something before we have to fight things.
Perhaps you can.
Fiona would hand over the two Zart. Hey, here you go.
Yeah.
Our DM has slowly become Toad.
He has devolved to Toad.
All right. I'm superbly glad. My head is just All right. You are allowed to go within.
Woo!
We shall turn around and leave. No, of course we're going in.
Of course we're going in.
Well, you had to wait 25 minutes to go in.
That's fine.
That's
And you can
fine.
immediately hear childlike bewilderment. And the first thing you can see somebody run over to is what looks like a Venom Seeker enclosure.
Oh.
It's also, there's spatial magic in here. Because the building isn't that big on the outside, but these aren't tiny enclosures. These look like acres of enclosure.
Oh.
Hey, wait. That's illegal.
Not here.
Oh, wait. Please tell me there's like a little petting enclosure somewhere.
I mean, yes, there is.
I'm sure there's touch tanks, yes.
Yes.
There are such things for certain creatures. The Venom Seeker. Quite concerning. It seems to be a burrowing reptile-like insect hybrid monster. And they call it Venom Seeker quite simply because it has an envenomed horn it absolutely loves to prick people directly in the ass with. When it
Oh.
surfaces at, quote, as fast as two horses drawing together.
Mm.
30 miles per hour? Wait, no. 30 horsepower.
Fast. All you need to know.
Did you know that one horse isn't equal to 1 horsepower?
It's 15, yeah.
There you go. You can have this as the BGM.
Ooh,
Cool.
twangy.
Oh. This place is so cool.
Hmm. So right on the ground floor, you got a Venom Seeker, you got a Haunt Pod here. They even have Graven Steps, which are very interesting. They have a couple of Mineraloopy, which you're familiar with, in one. They do have what looks like a Mother Wilgix enclosure further at the back there. Should actually go ahead and type these down so I even can see what was there in case they get curious at some point.
Oh, I hope there's a gift shop.
I'm sure there is.
Fiona with the small mind. Oh, I hope there's a gift shop.
Oh, yeah. Something to remember this.
Because there's no telling if we'll ever get to come back here again.
Or when we'll have to leave, for that matter.
Aye.
Gasp. Naibai hand touches yours. How lewd! In public, no less.
Oh, how rude.
Ah!
And the gasp. Fiona holds Naibay's hand.
If
No!
that's the rude, then how do you feel about the two people currently kissing over there?
No, see, that's normal. There's nothing sexual about that at all. They're just showing a passionate.
There's literally tongue visible. Until one of the staff walks over and starts spraying them with a literal water hose. No, they're children. Get your drunk asses out of here. Oh my god, that is a Minos. It is your first time seeing one of the bull people.
Oh. Kitty ear twitch.
So, I guess we'll just kind of make our way around the area.
Yeah.
God damn it, Dirk.
What'd I do this time?
I said Dirk, not Dark.
What'd the Dirk do?
I have a bad memory.
I gotta do some scrolling.
What are we
Fun fact: a
laughing at?
baby Wilgix is called a slip.
What?
A baby Wilgix is known as a slip.
Oh, do we see a baby Wilgix?
You can see it in the mother Wilgix enclosure, lying atop her asleep.
Oh,
Not like she's
look at the
sitting around
baby.
either. She's actively walking around, and it's just light on her fucking head. They call them slips because they're so small and slippery.
Oh, neighbor, look at that little baby Wilgix.
Now look at the big baby Wilkes.
Wow.
Yeah, that
Freeze
actively
and
just
dives
like
into the fucking glass.
it just. Well, what it does is it literally on its hind legs, because you know they can't tell they're being watched in these enclosures.
Mm-hmm.
It's just naturally walking at its full height of 9.5 fucking feet, and it can smell the food that's been put in the enclosure when it wasn't expecting it, and it hunts it out, and you just kind of see it lift up a whole ass fucking chunk. It's like at least 600 pounds of fucking cow meat with its jaws alone, and just carries it off to the other corner where its little nest is. I say little, that nest
Oh.
is quite big.
Too bad there's no cameras.
If you have enough money, you could get one where some of the tourists have.
What, like little disposable cameras?
Sort of, kind of.
Well, they're not gonna worry about that right now. They're gonna move along through the different enclosures.
Ah, yes, the Razorling.
What?
All right, here's the first floor. That's what you can see in the enclosures on the first floor.
Dirk, why are those frogs so aggressive?
Those are Pac-Man frogs. That's just how they do. They just at everything.
You said those are Pac-Man frogs?
I believe so.
Hmm.
They just
Venom
at
Seeker,
everything.
Haunt Pod. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta make a salad. I have the headphones on still though.
Dingus.
Very nice.
So,
What's a Haunt Pod?
That's a good question. You don't really notice it at first until, you know, it detects that there's something being lowered into from somewhere. Definitely not, totally not with magic, into its enclosure. And then you can see what looks like just one of the many kind of empty, like what looks like sort of like, have you seen like a cocoa husk almost?
A what
Of how
husk?
big a cocoa husk, a cocoa pod of like what holds, like it's
Like a
South
cocoa
America.
bean?
You do realize how big the pods of those actually grow,
Yeah,
right?
they're like huge.
Yeah, it looks like one of those, but it's a lot like paler
Yeah.
and more solid and less sinewy. Yeah, there's a few of those lying around, and when something gets deposited into its enclosure, you can see them kind of shift and rattle, and it looks like a singular oval-shaped eye just peeks out from the dark of one of the ones looking at the wall of the enclosure before it rolls itself around, and wispy, almost gassy like appendages slip out from either end of it and grab whatever the hell it is and just kind of start peeling pieces of it away, but it doesn't, and moving it towards the, now that you see it like eating, it's kind of terrifying watching its maw open, and it just doesn't even seem to chew. It just kind of sucks the food into its mouth And before it even gets in the mouth, it kind of like turns to dust.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I'm
Note taken.
glad we haven't had to fight those yet.
Hi. And can I buy a adventure on the download a?
It's worth noting, those that are currently here, most of the creatures you're going to see in Brass's bestiary are actually considered monsters. Brass themselves used to be an adventurer from the land of Oris a long time ago, and they wanted to bring the excitement of all these creatures across the city with them when they immigrated here.
What are the cinder deviation? Yeah,
And the
those.
deviation is there's a single one there, and it looks like some sort of dark red iron-like construct. It kind of looks like the best way I can describe it is think of like a snail made with like a metal shell, and instead of having a snail head when it slithers its way out and uncurls, you realize it has like a sort of almost shark-like head to it,
Oh.
and it seems to be made of a combination of metal and molten rock.
Did Kevin have to fight something like this?
You had to fight a distant cousin species, but not this.
Hmm.
Background.
Uh,
There you go.
Naibai will be a little bit dismissive of the Fiona's concerns. All sorts of people come here to tour, visit, see people that they know.
Yeah.
You get to learn a lot about the creatures, though. Like the haunt pod, you find out is usually only found in more of the darker dungeons of the realm, usually ones further from civilization, where mass death has occurred with great frequency. And the closer you get to the Lightless Kingdom, the more great your chances of seeing a haunt pod are. Said to essentially be the vengeful spirits coalesced into a sort of hungering, endless, cannibalistic creature that enjoys feasting on the souls of the unlucky, or just really whomever, even the innocent.
I see.
Do they move around?
Haunt
Yes, they
pods.
do.
Haunt pods
Like
often
physically
don't move
relocate from
around.
an area?
Haunt pods are very difficult to find, having been able to move around. Well, a lot of people say they've witnessed it, but it's hard to see it ever in the enclosure until they're stimulated. And it's believed because the only thing that truly stimulates a haunt pod to move is uh, usually death or injury. Like when a guest is injured, they can somehow sense them on the outside and will deviate towards that side of their enclosure. Which is why it's advised that if you're near the haunt pod enclosure and you get a cut or a scrape, to just leave a little bit, because that distress you feel can attract them. And they're confident in their engineering, but they'd rather not take any chances.
Fair enough.
As for the Cinder Deviation, it is unknown of their true origins as a creature, but it is believed to be that they are some sort of family of the elemental tree and are possibly a fire and earth elemental mix of some kind. And Cinder Deviations usually aren't seen in large number, usually are because they're very solitary creatures. They're very powerful creatures, with innate fire magic and a resistance to most types of damage that doesn't have usually something like armor piercing, but they are extremely weak to negative temperature changes such as cold, like ice, or onset of water, though water is less effective than ice against them.
What's on the second floor?
That's a good question. Let's go ahead and generate what's on the floor. Would you like to take a little escalator ride?
A little escalator.
How many floors are there in total?
3 floors, 4 counting the
Okay.
aviary.
How cute are the little slips?
Ah, yes, they're actually quite adorable because they make little chirp sounds that you can hear.
Oh,
And a baby Wilgix, aka a slip, is only about a foot tall when they're fresh, like these ones. And then you see the daddy Wilgix, who actually does come out of its little the nest entrance, and that thing is almost 12 feet tall. Comes out because it is hungry, and promptly takes half of the food and leaves.
oh, that's big.
You also just realize, holy shit, Wilgixes grow tails.
How long is the tail, and is it spiky?
The tail is not spiky. It has a sharp fin, though, measuring 11 feet on its own.
12 foot tall with an 11-foot tail. That's a big creature. Man,
Aha! They have a mimic
they've got a mimic.
in one of the enclosures.
There's a game. Can you spot the mimic?
The mimic is the only creature that can see through the one-way glass. And it likes to spook people.
Question is it one-way glass?
No, it is not, actually. It's essentially a projected image and simulated enclosure through some gross violations of spatial magic. And you're technically looking in on their enclosure with divination magic.
Oh.
That's controlled by...
Okay, so we're not actually looking in the enclosure with glass.
No. These are all kept in distant locations that only Bros knows about, where his animals are kept. Yes, the owner of this place, Bros, has in fact captured, and every single one of these, well, not every single one of the ones you see, but the parent generations that started it all, he captured all of them himself. In case you were wondering, you'll actually get that on a little plaque when you first walk in. You'll see that. Ah, yes, the Toxus Snout finally made an appearance.
What?
Toxus Snout. One of the first things you see. Toxus Snout. It's a very large, decayed-looking boar-like creature with a pseudo-elephant trunk that curls up under its jaw. And it spews a lot of aggressive and very toxic bile out of its nose as an attack before goring something.
Wait a minute.
It sneezes on you?
It's a monster, doesn't care what you think.
Oh, hold on. That sounds familiar.
Hey, look, there's a knoll here. I forgot they were erasing one.
There's a gnoll here.
Yes, there's a gnoll here.
Gnome?
Ah, look, there's a gauntling too.
You've been gnolled.
You just name Ray.
Beatrice, they got mineral loopies here.
Beatrice isn't there.
I know. Lips are so cute.
And a Blightgeist. Wonderful.
Lightgeist?
Yes, a Blightgeist.
Oh.
Oh, blight, guys. I thought you said bite. Just a fucking ghost that comes up and yow.
Just bites you right on the butt.
No.
Yum. Ah!
I think that would be a buttgeist.
A bit jerk. Tangle pest.
Yep.
So,
Another one of those that's hard to spot in the enclosure. Luckily, it's quite easy to spot it once they put something into its den to attract it. And you watch a singular vine kind of slither down the wall and poke at whatever it is, and then suddenly you watch about 100 vines slam around this obvious food and pull it up into themselves. And then
oh,
just between the thick bundle of vines where it's tightest, you can see this glisten of some sort of beak just bite down into it.
Ugh.
it's like a tree octopus.
A troctopus, if you will.
Shh. It's cute
Thank
and terrifying.
A notorious ambush predator from the far eastern reaches of the world. Tangle pests are often known to snag unlucky and unsuspecting individuals who stop when nature calls in the wrong places. Alright. They're known as tangled pests because even a full-grown tangled pest can't fully break or really crush and harm most basic armor. They can inflict a serious bite, but nothing lethal, and their mouths are never big enough to fit around any vital points like humans, such as the neck and the skull. However, they can constrict your body and have been known to kill people purely by strangulation. The larger the tangle pest is, the older the tangle pest is. The more the tangle pest is eaten. But the larger the tangle pest is, the faster the tangle pest burns.
I see. Alright. They will move to see the mimic.
It also warns you if you're walking through a jungle and have the sudden urge to piss, that's a tangle pest releasing a hormone that makes you have to piss.
Uh-huh. Note taken.
Yep, it throws a little wrench into your autonomic nervous system that fucks with your head and makes you realize, I gotta pee.
Well, that's not hard. It just has to make your bladder contract.
It's actually quite a devious little fucking mechanism. Thankfully, they can't do much beyond that. Now, if you're a kid, on the other hand, you're good, kid.
Now, can they spot the mimic?
Can they spot the
Everyone's
mimic?
trying to do that.
Huh?
It could just be an empty room.
Someone says, there's no mimic in there. And then you
A
can
what?
hear the sigh. You can hear the sigh from the staff when someone said that there's no mimic in there. And you can just see them walk off. And somebody else goes deeper into the bestiary. And then after about 10 minutes of watching what you think is an empty room, somebody just starts sprinting through it, and you watch what just looked like a normal rock suddenly fucking split open with a maw full of razor sharp teeth as gigantic fucking uncomfortably lanky arms reach out of its mouth and start chasing it.
Oh,
But the person does manage to make it to the other side.
oh,
That's got to be
that's
the new
terrifying.
guy.
And then you watch the mimic just kind of look around the enclosure, and you can see at the back of its throat a single bright red iris with a sort of unnatural, almost cube-like shape to it. And then it'll slowly close its maw, and you can watch in real time as it goes from a large rock and just takes the shape of what looks like a normal, just knocked over log.
Oh. Okay, so note taken. Beware of everything.
Don't forget, there's nothing saying that the mimics are only ever in dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, disclaimer, Brussels BC, I can promise you that a mimic has never left the enclosure and there are no mimics within knowledge of the West. If you ever want to determine if anything's a mimic, slice it once with a knife and pour salt into it. It finds mimics twice as much as it does us.
Well, that's useful to know.
Mm-hmm.
Nai's probably going to salt all of their coins when they get back.
Yeah.
What is a glacial ape?
Good question.
Bet it's a ape made of ice.
Like an Obama snow?
Obama snow.
Nah. A glacial ape, they call them glacial apes. They don't really look like an ape. Not entirely. They look more like a very broad creature. What's that kind of face? That face looks like. Oh, hello, random shift through my ears. What just happened there? Okay. Alright then. I forgot what I was like. It looked basically. It's not necessarily like an ape because I can't really think of the way to describe what kind of facial feature it has. Just think of sort of less ape-like and more along the lines of like a I guess a Wolverine.
Mm.
And they have very vibrant white fur that looks like it's made of ice strands. And they have
Oh,
only 4 fingers instead of 5.
it's very pretty.
They're quite big, large, and right now one of the 3 that are in there is currently enjoying scratching and breaking sticks.
It looks very cold.
It does.
There's a snowman going on in that fucking enclosure, and they don't seem bothered. But yes.
No, I'm saying, like, it physically looks cold.
Well, there you go. You've had some time at the bestiary.
Yes.
Shit, everybody actually went somewhere. Fuck you. Damn it.
What?
Norrell's gonna get his ass back though by the time night falls. Will anybody have gone after their time out to go get lunch or dinner?
Yes.
Or
It does sound like a reasonable plan.
or will you
Mhm.
have taken the bait from fucking Bonnie, Raji, and Bob, who all went and found, quote, an amazing place? You should come
What
see
is
it.
this? What is this amazing place that we should go see?
It's in Diamond District.
Sounds
How
expensive.
expensive is this place?
So I was about to say the same thing. Sounds expensive.
It was awesome. We collectively ran out of money once, and then we won one good one. And now between Bonnie, Faraji, and I, we have 15,000 Zart.
Oh, it's gambling.
It's a casino.
It's up there. And then they'll point, and you can see it all the way up there where the Diamond District is. Nearest the top in the final section. You can just barely see this beautiful fucking arch on the top of it. And you can just see GCC. And it looks like it has a very active, like, legitimate, like, digital, I wouldn't say digital, but holographic sign. And it looks like just glittering stardust as the GCC moves across to this little track on top of it.
Fiona, you know what? Why not?
Because you won't have any money for the rest of the time that we're here?
No, I'm only going to spend a little bit.
They'll just kind of give you that blank look like they don't believe you.
No, I know when to cut myself off when gambling. I'm not like me ma, Alana. I can control myself when gambling.
Would you like me to come with you to make sure you don't spend more than you can afford?
Yes. If you would like to come. If you don't want to come, I can just give you what I don't want to spend. Do you want to come?
If
Full
only to make
disclosure,
sure
if
you
you
don't
all
go into
go-
debt.
Full disclosure, if you want to go down this little hook,
What is that?
What the hell is
well,
that?
something Ivy's watching.
Ivy,
Oh, I
Bounce
thought I had
Coco.
myself muted.
you
I had the little
unmuted.
mute icon.
You undid.
Yeah. Fiona did,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, somebody keeps sending me videos like, what is this?
Full disclosure, if you go this way, Norrell's not gonna let you go unless you all go together because he's been in an actual casino once and he got tricked and he does not like that and he refuses to let his children get tricked.
Well,
It's a pretty woman here. Kevin knows Norrell once lost all of his money in the casino and he made fun of him for it. And then Norrell said, "What are you laughing at? You don't even have any money."
well then, I guess are we all going then? Question mark. Because if
Beatrice would go. If everybody else is going, she'd check it out.
Yeah,
Sounds like a field trip
Mhm.
that we get to experience next time.
Yeah.
Oh, next time on
Whoa.
Dumbass Kai.
Everyone's gonna get themselves all nice and dressed, and the first thing you'll hear when you pull up to it is this. Before it,
Wait for it.
yeah, this is one of the musics you'll hear in there.
So, what's Fiona gonna wear?
Comfortable clothes.
Don't we still have our
Beatrice is
fancy
gonna wear
clothes?
some nice-
You still do have your fancy clothes.
Okay. Something to.
Beatrice is going to wear her brand new dress.
I'm pretty sure that Silinicera made Fiona something nice to wear.
Ibai probably still has the clothes from when they visited Mon's, his house.
Something to give everybody a little bit of eye candy. But you know what
Yeah, I'm gonna
Fiona's
say-
gonna do that she never thought she would do?
Wear a dress.
No. She's gonna ask Beatrice if she could do her makeup.
Ah, I see.
Hmm.
Oh, Beatrice would be happy to help.
Would you
Mhm.
like to preemptively hear the music that is exclusively reserved for the Diamond District?
Sure.
Crunchy.
Ooh. It even sounds expensive.
That's some bougie shit right there.
We'll just leave it off on everyone getting dressed, riding the tram all the way up, and then immediately watching the buildings get fancier and fancier and fancier. Diamond
Mhm.
literally has gates you go through. Perfect, because it's nighttime, so you would see the beautiful illumination of the stars and realize, look at these fancy motherfuckers.
But I think that, yeah, Fiona, just for this once, she might wear a dress because they're in such a fancy place.
Dressed and nice makeup.
Yeah. I feel a little ridiculous.
Oh god, yeah, they don't ever wear any of that. All right, if you need me, I'm gonna be here actually sorting some sound files around. Yeah, good game.
Okay, I'm gonna hop off.
Okay.
I can't believe you made me give you a comprehensive list of districts, you fuckwits.
We didn't make you do that.
You're right, I didn't, but I want it there anyways for future reference.
Alright, I'll catch you guys later.
Have a good one, friend.
Oh, by the way, Affinity, for those that want to know, it's they are a skill trainer. They
Oh,
teach you
neat.
how to be good and not suck at things.
Well, Beatrice may have to go there. Because, well,
Okay.
it might be a skill, might be a spell. But she wants to basically master the knife and teeth thing.
All right, and I'll answer a couple of questions or for your good guesses. Shift of polarity and the ninth life are in fact clubs. However, Neon at 9 is actually a nighttime arcade slash bar that's only open at that
Oh,
time
that's a
around
Oh,
nighttime.
that sounds awesome!
Wait, it's only open at 9?
Only open at nighttime.
Oh, okay.
It starts
that
at what
sounds-
we 9. It only opens up at the 29th hour of the day
Okay.
when it gets dark. Yep. And it's neon because they literally have neon neon signs there.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. Play Galaga Wasted. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, one-handed pinball.
You'd play the very rudimentary arcade games they have, but Neon at 9, just so you know, has a 35 Zart fucking entry fee because of
Does
the
it come
fact
with a
that
complimentary drink and some free arcade tokens?
you don't, you want to play, you got to pay to play. But it's an open bar to go in there. You go in there, most people go in there for the drinks. That's why it's 35 at the door to go in. But the fact what you're paying for is the fact that you are in one of the most technologically advanced fucking buildings in the entire fucking city.
Okay, so it's pay to play, but open bar.
Pay to play, open bar, yeah.
Okay,
Some people
bet.
come, some people go
Bet.
there. Like fuck, even people that live in the country will come all the way here just to take their fucking kids to it. They'll go there, drink, and staff will help watch the kids while they're sitting there enjoying themselves. They'll cuddle mom, and they'll get here, go play the game.
Go be an
Cool.
adult.
Yeah, go be
Okay,
an adult.
so Fiona's probably going to give half their money to Naibai and use the rest to gamble.
Oh, you my sweet summer child. It's you that you think that you have enough to gamble the GCC would have.
Probably gonna only leave Naibai with 100 Zarts left. I don't know.
Between Faraji, Bonnie, and Mob, they all went in there without having spent a dime, say for like 10 each. They had well over 1,000 Zart and lost about 900 of them. And it was entirely because Faraji managed to finally get a lucky roll and win it all back and then some. They were getting depressed, boy. They've been there for 4 hours just fucking losing to the house.
Is this the kind of
Actually,
casino that gives like complimentary drinks to those that play?
this is the kind of casino that when you go in, you can feel your wallet killing you.
Oh no.
It's complimentary drinks, yes. Happily, because the more sloshed you are, the less likely you're to say, I don't know, 100 Zart buy-in a table is a little too much.
$100 buy-in?
That's at the economic tables.
The economic table.
Don't they
I
have
don't
like
know if this is a good idea.
don't they have like penny slot machines? Because every gambling establishment wants to give you an option to start small so they can lure you into the higher price range.
They don't give you pennies, but it's you put 1 Zart in and you get 100 plays.
Okay. So they've got single Zart slot machines.
Yep, they call them one for 100 machines, basically 1 in 100s.
Okay, so I see where Fiona's going to spend most of her time.
Right.
You can still win a lot there. It's just Faraji likes to show off and gamble, so he wanted to go play a card game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
we'll have to
nobody
wait
can tell
till
me
Friday
that
to.
slot machines are too fancy. It's a fucking slot machine. Those things were made in like the 1600s.
You're not exactly complex devices.
Yeah. Well, Fiona, like I said, Fiona does kind of know how to moderate herself gambling, so she knows when to hold them, when to fold them. Kenny Chesney.
Well, if you only stick to the penny slots, I mean, it's pretty hard to burn through all your cash.
I know.
But yeah, again, I repeat, bourgeois music.
Do they got
This
like
right
a
here,
buffet table there, or is it just drinks?
yeah.
All right.
Oh no. So like the only thing you have to pay for at the GCC is your room and board if you want to stay at there.
How
because, yes,
expensive is that?
More
economy
than
is 240 Zart a night.
Hmm.
Which,
Eh.
if you want USD, that's about 450 a night.
Yeah, no. The hotel we're at now is fine. We don't experience travel time as players.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Now the question of the night being, how many times is Fiona going to get hit on?
With Naibai sat right there loving on them constantly, probably not.
They might,
no.
unless they get one of the bands at the front from one of the staff which says in a relationship or not interested. And if people see somebody harassing somebody with that, then the security will just grab that person by their fucking collar and drag them off.
Okay, yeah, they'll probably get a not interested band.
Oh yeah.
It's a red band it's red bands let them know not interested. Green band lets them know they are interested. Black bands mean underage.
Let's go be nasty somewhere else.
And the pink band, which they don't tell you that the pink band exists, but I will tell you because I'm the one who fucking made the world. Pink bands exist. That means you are there strictly to fuck.
To hook up. Well, if Fionn didn't have eyes for anyone, maybe they would have gotten a pink band, but they're gonna get a red band.
Yeah. Mob just there's a supply everywhere in life. Because I would really like one of these for people to stop hitting on me because I'm taken. Mob over here has already fucking planned his wedding event and everything. People don't even know that about him. You call him, he will stab you.
I mean, you could just put a big collar on Bob with the dog tag saying "property of."
No. just like have him wear a suit with the word "taken" across the collar.
Get him to wear some really toxic smelling chemical perfume. Just like the kind of thing
Someone
where he
around
walks
that,
into
don't do that.
kind of thing where he walks into a room and it clears the place out.
No, don't do that. There are some sleazy women that are into that. Oh, excuse me.